Even in the Middle Ages, people knew the best places to settle, whether they were merchants, artisans or rulers eager to show off their power and wealth. Today you can still see traces of that period in Germany. Amid ancient city walls, half-timbered houses and cobblestone streets, on secluded hilltops and at the crossroads of historic trade routes, you can experience medieval Germany up close. Here are 10 travel tips. We begin our tour in Stralsund. Its town hall is one of the city's defining landmarks and one of the finest examples of North German brick Gothic architecture. The deep red brick facades, typical of northern Germany, have shaped these streets for nearly 800 years. In the 14th century, Stralsund was one of the richest cities on the Baltic Sea and a member of the Hanseatic League, a medieval trading alliance. In 2002, the old town was given UNESCO World Heritage status. Here's a tip. If you're visiting Stralsund, make time for a trip to Rügen as well. Germany's largest island is easy to reach from here. Our next stop is Wernigerode in the Harz Mountains. The castle perched on the hill is visible from afar. The historic town hall and the old town with its many colourful half-timbered houses are sure to delight medieval enthusiasts. Wernigerode was first mentioned in official records in 1121. Our tip: check out the nostalgic Brocken railway that departs from Wernigerode. Our medieval tour continues in Görlitz. Located at the crossroads of important trade routes, Görlitz grew into a prosperous trading city in the late Middle Ages. In recent decades, major investments have gone into restoring the old town. You'll find around 4,000 listed historic buildings spanning 500 years of architectural history. Some have even been used as film sets, like this former Art Nouveau department store used in a Wes Anderson film. One medieval site you can't miss in Görlitz is St. Nicholas Church. Its origins date back to around 1100. The adjoining St. Nicholas Cemetery is considered one of the best preserved historic cemeteries in Germany, thanks to its unique crypt houses and Baroque tomb monuments. Here's a tip. If you cross this bridge in Görlitz, you'll find yourself in the neighbouring Polish town of Görlitz. The next stop on our medieval tour is Wartburg Castle in Eisenach. Perched on a rocky ridge about 200 meters above the town, it's nearly 1,000 years old. The famous ballad singer Walter von der Vogelweide is said to have sung here around 1200. Wartburg Castle was also home to Saint Elizabeth of Thuringia and offered asylum to the reformer Martin Luther. It was here that Luther translated the Bible's New Testament into German. Among the oldest surviving parts of the castle is the 12th century Romanesque ceremonial hall, which still hosts concerts today. As the site of important events in German history, Wartburg Castle stands as one of Germany's national monuments. It has also been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1999. Let's explore another medieval castle. Nestled in the Eifel region of western Germany, Eltz Castle looks as if it's straight out of a fairy tale. It's belonged to the same family for over 800 years. The current lord of the castle is Count Jakob von Eltz. Although he doesn't live here permanently, he is responsible for the vast castle complex. During a tour, you'll learn a lot about life in a medieval castle. It can get really cold here in the winter. Fortunately, Eltz Castle has 40 fireplaces, an incredible luxury back then. The castle is closed to visitors in the winter, but from the end of March to early November, it's open daily for tours. Next, we head to Bamberg in Bavaria. In 1007, Henry II established it as a bishopric, an ecclesiastical state of the Holy Roman Empire. The old town is built on 7 hills, and each hill is crowned with a church, earning Bamberg the nickname Franconian Rome. Bamberg also has an unusual landmark, the Old Town Hall, right in the middle of the Regnitz River. According to local law, when the bishop wouldn't give the townspeople land for the town hall, they simply built it on an artificial island instead. In the old town you'll find narrow lanes and many historic half-timbered houses. And now for another Bavarian gem, Nuremberg. In the late Middle Ages, it was one of the most important imperial cities in Europe and a hub for trade, craftsmanship and the arts. From 1424 to 1796, the imperial regalia of the Holy Roman Empire were kept here. The imperial castle was first mentioned in 1050 and was once a key residence that's now a symbol of the city. This centre of power naturally encouraged trade and artistic achievement. The famous painter Albrecht Dürer, one of the most significant artists during the transition from the Middle Ages to the Renaissance, lived and worked in Nuremberg. Now we're heading to the medieval town of Germany, Rothenburg ob der Tauber. For many people travelling to Germany, it's at the top of the bucket list. The town hasn't changed much since the 13th century. With towers, gates, narrow streets and half-timbered houses, it doesn't get much more medieval than this. The city walls are completely preserved. Stretching 4 kilometers around the old town, be sure to climb the town hall tower and see Rothenburg's beauty from above. Next we head to Speyer. Founded as a Roman military post on the Rhine, the city is over 2,000 years old. In the Middle Ages, Speyer was an important centre of power in Germany. The historic heart of the old town is the Maximilianstraße, where Romans and emperors once entered the city. At the end of the street stands the town's main landmark, the Speyer Cathedral, founded in 1030. Emperors, kings and bishops have been buried here. It's the largest preserved Romanesque church in Europe. And to go even deeper into the medieval experience, come in August, when Speyer often hosts a medieval-themed festival in the cathedral garden. The final stop on our medieval tour is Augsburg, one of the oldest cities in Germany. It originated as a Roman settlement and was the location of many assemblies of the Holy Roman Empire during the Middle Ages. Here too you can discover an extraordinary example of early social history. At the end of the Middle Ages, banker Jakob Fugger founded a settlement for those in need. To this day, the Fuggerei still offers apartments for a symbolic annual rent of just 88 cents. Our journey through the Middle Ages ends here in Augsburg. Which of these cities have you visited? Or where would you like to go? Leave a comment and let us know.